Welcome back, the Secret Wine Society podcast in Oakland, Oregon. I am Dawn.
And I'm Robert.
Exactly. You're hosting a dinner party. Your friend Sarah only drinks bone-dry Sauvignon Blanc. Your Uncle Mike wants a huge, jammy Cabernet. And your cousin just wants something sweet.
Right. And you're standing there staring at a wall of wine trying to find one single bottle that won't make somebody unhappy.
It's stressful. You want everyone to have a good time, but you feel like you're doomed to fail before you even start.
You're not. We promise. There is a way through this.
Okay, so Robert, you're the one on the floor when people come in with that exact look. Where do you tell them to start?
The first rule, and the most important one, is to avoid the extremes. This is not the time for the biggest, boldest, most opinionated wine you can find.
Right, not the time for that Napa cab that tastes like a cigar box.
Exactly. Or that super tart, grassy Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. Those wines are great, but they have very strong personalities, and strong personalities can clash.
So we're looking for the diplomat, the friendly, easygoing wine.
The diplomat, I love that. For a red diplomat, I almost always point people towards a Gamay. Think Beaujolais from France. It's light, it's bright, it's full of red fruit flavors like cherry and raspberry. It has very soft tannins. That's the stuff that can make red wine feel drying or bitter. So it won't offend the white wine drinker.
And it's still definitely a red wine, so the red drinkers are happy.
Precisely. It's just pleasant. It's hard to dislike. A fruit-forward, lighter-style Pinot Noir from a region like Oregon's Willamette Valley can also work really well here for the same reasons. Just be mindful of the price, as good Pinot Noir can get expensive quickly.
That makes perfect sense. So what about a white wine diplomat? That's a great point, and many people don't realize that you can chill a Gamay slightly, which makes it even more refreshing and versatile. What if someone wants something a little richer, but still in that diplomatic style? Something with a bit more body than a Gamay.
Same principle. Avoid the extremes. So not something with screaming high acidity, but also not a big, buttery, oaky Chardonnay. Great question. If you want a bit more weight, I'd look for a Spanish Granada, or Garnacha as they call it there. It has those lovely red fruit flavors like Gamay, but with a bit more body and a touch of spice. It's still very smooth and low in tannin, so I won't scare away the white wine drink.
Which can be just as divisive as a big red.
Totally. I usually suggest a good Italian Pinot Grigio. Not the watery, flavorless stuff, but one with some real character. Think crisp green apple, a little bit of pear.
Refreshing.
Exactly. It's dry, but it has a nice fruit character, so it doesn't feel austere. An unoaked Chardonnay is another fantastic option. It gives you that nice texture without the heavy oak and butternote.
But sometimes the best solution isn't a red or a white.
Yes, your favorite secret weapon for this exact problem.
Sake. And I know some people just heard that and thought, whoa, that hot stuff you get at a sushi restaurant?
Right, the stuff for sake bombs, which is not what we're talking about.
Not at all. We're talking about premium chilled sake. And here's why it's the ultimate diplomat. It has a texture that pleases both red and white wine drinkers. It has no tannins, and its acidity is much, much lower than wine.
Though it doesn't have any of those sharp edges that can turn people off.
None. It's incredibly smooth. If you're going to try this, look for a style called Junmai Ginjo.
Okay, let's break that down.
It's simple. Junmai just means it's made from only rice, water, yeast, and koji mold. There's no extra alcohol added. It's pure. Ginjo means the rice grains have been polished down quite a bit before brewing. Think of it like using a finer flour to bake a cake. It just results in a smoother, more aromatic, and more elegant final product.
Though, what does a Junmai Ginjo taste like to someone who's never had it?
They are often beautifully aromatic. You'll get notes of melon, pear, maybe some strawberry or white flowers. They're usually off-dry, meaning there's a hint of sweetness, but it's balanced, and finishes clean. It's just clean. It's so refreshing.
And it's a rock star with food, almost anything you throw at it.
Okay, so we have our diplomatic wine styles and our secret weapon sake. Let's talk about some practical tips for when you're actually in the shop.
Right. First up, budget. How much should you spend?
That's a big one.
For this specific mission, I think the sweet spot is between $15 and $25.
I completely agree.
In that range, you can find wines and sakes with real character and quality, made by producers who care. If you go much below $15, you're rolling the dice on quality. And you don't need to spend more than $25 because you're not looking for deep complexity that might be lost on half the table anyway.
That's a great point. You're paying for agreeability, not a 10-year seller potential. Now, what about common mistakes to avoid?
Number one for me is being seduced by a fancy label.
The pretty picture trap.
Exactly. Marketing is powerful, but it doesn't tell you anything about what's inside the bottle. Read the description on the shelf, or better yet, ask the person working there.
My big one is avoiding the mistake of trying to make everyone ecstatically happy. That's impossible.
That's the key right there.
The goal isn't to find your uncle's new favorite Cabernet. The goal is to find a bottle that everyone can enjoy, that nobody actively dislikes. You're aiming for a pleasant consensus, not a standing ovation from every single person.
And that really brings us to the most important point. Remember what the bottle is for. It's not the star of the show. The people are. The conversation is. The food is. The wine or sake is there to lubricate the conversation and complement the food. It's a supporting actor.
Exactly. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to find the perfect bottle. There is no perfect bottle. There are just smart, safe, and delicious choices that will help make the evening wonderful.
Well said.
We hope that helps take some of the stress out of your next dinner party. If you're ever in our neck of the woods here in Oregon, please stop by the Secret Wine Society. We'd love to help you find your diplomatic bottle in person.
And if you're not, you can always find more advice right here. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss our next episode. Thanks for listening.
Cheers!